What is up, guys? Sorry about that. What is up, guys? Cedar B here, coming at you with a war recap. This is going to be a couple of wars. It's going to be kind of a long video, but lots of good attacks, and let's get right into it. So, this was against Archer's Arrow, and there's going to be more attacks from this war than the next war. The next war was closer, but there were just a lot of good attacks in this one. So we're going to actually be doing a good amount of coverage on Town Hall 10 and 11 attacks today. First one, Nox going in on number 1, and you're going to see why we cover number 2 as well. I believe this is a pretty... And, before we continue, because we're going to be going over a decent amount of Town Hall 10 and 11 attacks, just a disclaimer, I have never attacked as a Town Hall 10. What I say, just comes from knowledge from what I've seen elsewhere, what I've gathered, heard from other people. But, there's going to be things I don't know, different strategies, different tactics, so, don't be surprised if I say something that they're doing and, they're meaning to do something else. But just want to put that out there. I'm not an expert on this high-level gameplay. So anyway, Nox coming in. He's going to do a quad quake. Going to open it up right into the core. As you can see, with that open, he's got full access to pretty much 3/4 of the base. Eagle Artillery, both Inferno Towers, both heroes, so he's looking good shape on the entry. He did miss that corner wall, so he's going to have to drop the jump spell. Looks like he may have anticipated for that anyway, but he goes ahead and drops down the 2 golems, followed up with a few wizards just to make the funnel. A couple wall breakers go in, follows it up with a couple of Valks, and quick note, props to our Town Hall 10 and 11 guys. You'll see they've been extremely patient on the deployment with the Valkyries, which is just crucial, and you'll see how much of a benefit that is. So Kill Squad starts working in. He dropped the jump spell, get over that, take out the Eagle Artillery. Clan Castle starts coming out. Warden is down, King is down, Queen is down, and he goes ahead and drops down the rest of his Valks. Now, Dragon just goes down right there, but you'll see this cluster of balloons kind of just follow around the Valks. Not a big deal, but you'll see when it is a big deal, when they get slowed down. So Warden ability is popped, he rages them up, gets to the last Inferno Tower, it goes down, just about to take out the rest of the core. The balloons are just kind of, trying to keep up with the rest of the kill squad because everything's raged. Really can't do much at this point, but everything kind of groups up here, and you'll see kind of two groups of Valkyries split up. And this is why it's so important to kill the Clan Castle troops when you're coming in with Valkyries, because one drop from the balloon right here is going to take out that cluster, and they're damn near full health, some of them. Boom, just gone. And that's going to be, the biggest deficit to the rest of this raid. It was a great raid, absolutely crushed it, but that's where not taking care of the Clan Castle troops with the Valkyrie attack can be, detrimental to your attack, unless it's like a Lava Hound, obviously, because that's not going to pose a threat to Valkyries. Moving down to number 2, same base. So the reason I wanted to show both of these is to show you that same attack, same army composition, same base, it's going to yield the same result. He got 64% on the last base, he's going to get 68% on this base. So we're actually just going to fast forward, but, there's, a lot of game-changing meta, per se, at this point, with, just the Town Hall 10 and 11 attacks and the new strategies. So this is what's working for us on our end, so I thought I'd give some more coverage of it, since, most of the coverage is right around Town Hall 9, You know, it's a Town Hall 10 at this point because Town Hall 11 was introduced. Everybody kind of bumped up, and now Town Hall 10 is going to be the new Town Hall 9. So that's where everything's transitioning. Warden's just going to beat on a few things, so not much else we can do, but that's pretty much it. So good job, Nox. Did a great job this last war. Next, we're going to look at Beast Mode. Now, I'm going to make a critique on this. It's going to be the spells. Now, the reason I'm going to make the critique on this is he could have very easily had the 3-star had he planned for this better. And this would have been crucial, you know. We were already really far ahead in this war, but that doesn't matter. You know, you always come out 110%, give your best, do what you can for the clan, and, you know, this is it right here. As you guys can see, a couple of wall breakers would have done the job of that jump spell. That jump spell could be another freeze spell, or he could have saved it like he did like he could have and gotten the 3-star at the end. So we're going to see how that happens. So golems start working in. They're going to draw the CC here in just a second. Everything's going to reroute back into the core, start funneling in. More balloons come out. You know, that's pretty much all the guys filled it with. Freeze goes down, gets the Inferno Tower. Valkyries are just kind of slowly moving through the core, but most of them are kind of dying out at this point, kind of split up. But he's going to go ahead and drop that next rage spell, I believe, here in just a second. Yep. Once the ability wears off, I think he's going to drop it right here. But, yeah, going back to where I was going to talk about this jump spell. So this jump spell is still going. Everything's just kind of stopped at the edge of this core. He's got plenty of tank. Has his Warden still up. Has his Queen still up. Level 32. Has a rage spell left. You know, just for that 6 or 8 troop space, he could have had the 3-star. You know, not saying it wasn't a good attack, but when you're at this higher up level, every star can count up here. You know, if this was an extremely close war, you know, this could have been the make it or break it, you know, type of attack. So keep that in mind. You know, it does make a difference. So let's move on. Next attack we're looking at is Tigger, and he's going to attack number 5. Now, one thing I want to point out on this is his great funnel that he creates. Drops his 2 golems, one in the CC, one in his troop space, followed up with a couple wall breakers, just lets everything start working in. Wizards are going to kind of, you know, just clear out the trash, narrowly avoids that mortar, but goes ahead, gets the wall broken open, drops the quad quake, everything opens up straight to the core, and heroes kind of wrap at this point, but that's okay. And takes out that storage, and then he just goes ahead and drops the rest of his Valks in, and nice and late. The only critique I would have, again, is he could have been more patient. The reason why his kill squad would have been able to take out the CC troops. Now, had his heroes wrapped, hadn't wrapped, it would have been a little bit easier. But with a few wizards down there and the golems, there should have been enough tank, and those wizards do lock on CC troops pretty quickly. So he probably would have been able to get them down. Now, the reason why deploying the Valks just a little bit slower would have been key is they move so quickly through the base that the CC troops just kind of split up, and then they're up for the rest of the raid. And, you know, as we've seen in the other attacks, you know, CC troops to Valkyries can be extremely detrimental. So, right here, you know, that wizard working on the dragon, those balloons start peeling off, doing their own thing. Dragon turns back around. You know, the whole core goes down. And it doesn't mess with his attack too much because of how quick the Valks are. Especially under that rage, you know, everything just gone. The loons can't drop their bombs quick enough to get them off until they hit a wall or a clumped up defense or, you know, whatever it may be. And once that bomb goes off, it's over. So, if possible, try to lure the CC each time. But outside of that, you know, if you're nice and patient with those Valks, let those golems get ahead of them and do the tanking. So when they run in, you know, they're full health. They don't have to worry about everything. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Alrighty. But yeah, as you can see, the CC troops are still up, but does a great job, gets to 65%. So just another example of how that attack works. Be patient with your Valks. Try and take out those CCs if possible. Next, we are going down to Chuck Chuck, taking on 10. Coming in here, excuse me, guys, sorry. Coming in with Quadquake, opens up that junction, just going to let everything walk straight into the base. Already has a funnel created. All he has to do, drop a few wizards. Doesn't have to worry about anything wrapping. So he's going to do exactly that. Drops 2 golems down. Draws the CC out. Drops his CC golem out. They work in front, drops the rest of his wizards. They start creating the funnel. A few of them are going to lock onto the CC troops. They'll go down relatively quickly. Queen, king, everything starts working in at this point. Enemy queen and king are just about to go down. The rest of the wizards start working through both golems up. Giant bomb wipes out quite a few of the wizards. Now he just has pretty much his heroes. But at this point, the threats have been eliminated. So he's going to come in with the double Asian wall up top. He's going to wait for those to just take everything out, and he's got 2 heal spells for him working into the core. So, you know, important note, great job by Chuck Chuck. As we've talked about in previous videos, with really compact bases and point defenses. And, you know, this is extremely deadly. Expo's next to Tesla's, you know, for hogs, just because the Expo has so much health. You know, the Expo itself, decently weak per se. Doesn't take out a hog that quickly if it's left standing on its own, but because of the hit points of it and the damage and the rate of damage coming from those Teslas, it can be it could be a downfall of your raid. So anticipate that, plan for it, but with the double Asian wall, everything is obviously going to work into the middle, so they will regroup at full health, meeting up at that Tesla farm. First, obviously, wrapping around a little bit, taking out the Expo, etc. So, and a couple of hogs too go up to the top. Take out that one giant bomb, but as you can see, everything already went through the core. And actually, that was one note I wanted to make. You know, coming into it, at the beginning of his attack, he could have sacrificed a couple of troops and just taken out that mortar. You know, whether you wanted to do a giant down just to do some tanking for the archer towers, and just follow it up with a loon. You know, by the time it gets there, it should be able to drop 1 bomb. You know, once it's dead and it drops, it'll still cause damage, and it would and should take out the remaining health of the mortar. So if he had done that, wouldn't have had to worry about losing a few more hogs at the end. But does end up getting decently lucky that those couple of hogs did peel off earlier in the raid to take out that first giant bomb. Otherwise, it would have been game over. So Queen is still up, has her ability. A little bit of the kill squad is still up. Wizard on the right doing some cleanup. And he's just going to drop those wall breakers, just cause a little damage, just help a little bit. And that's going to pretty much do it. So good job, Chuck Chuck. Alright, guys. We're going to look at MK. I really, really like this attack. Not something you see at Town Hall 9, so he actually had been practicing a decent amount of times on my base, so I didn't realize he was going to do it for war, but here you go. So he drops down his max column, and you know, with no walls, nothing to contend with, especially the level of defenses. You know, Town Hall 8, the level of heroes. You just need tank and enough DPS to just get through there quick enough. 2 rages and 2 heals, definitely going to make it quick enough. Definitely going to make them last long enough. So drops all 5 golems down, drops his wizards down, starts making that funnel. I think he dropped those heal spells a little early. In my opinion, I think a better plan would have been to drop the rage spells about like now-ish, maybe a little bit sooner, but then follow it up with the heal spells right where those expos are, you know, a little bit further into the base. Regardless of that, though, I mean, he could have come in with all rage spells and wouldn't have had to worry about it. But just based on the spell composition, I would recommend, you know, probably accelerating everything into the base, and once they've got through that first section, drop that heal spell so, you know, you get the full benefit out of that heal. You don't want to send a max golem in and then drop a heal on it. You know, that's just preventing the golem from doing its job. You wasted a spell. You know, unless the base calls for that, you know, you wouldn't really ever see that. If something needed to go that route, you would drop a healer or 2. But that's all you would need. So, with that being said, obviously it doesn't apply to this attack, but MK, good job, buddy. It was nice to see this type of attack, so doing the change up. Let's take another sip here. Alright. Who do we got? We're going to look at Rigo taking on number 13. And wanted to cover this attack, early Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 9 action. So for all you early Town Hall 9s, you know, take some notes. This is how, you know, these newer guys are doing it at Town Hall 9. So it's working. And it's, as you can see, it's just Goho. Goho still works. You know, Town Hall 8 defenses. You know, as you know, you get higher upgraded, etc. You'll have to look at a little bit more advanced tactics. But for the time being, this is not going to, you know, be a problem. So, Kill Squad starts going in. CC troops were drawn. Poison spell is down. Giant bombs are being triggered left and right. And he's going to come in from the top and bottom with a 2-finger drop. And they're just going to simultaneously and symmetrically work through the base. That's the problem with having symmetrical base designs, and why anti-3-star designs work well is because it makes the pathing harder to see. If it's, you know, built correctly, you know, it's not as easy to say that, you know, if I can take out this section on this side of the base, I know I need the exact amount of troops and, you know, composition to take out that other compartment on the other side. So Rigo taking advantage of that here in this instance. Hogs do end up running out of steam. You know, as we said, those Teslas in the core, even that wizard tower, you know, it still does cause some trouble, especially maxed Tesla for Town Hall 9, and Rigo's coming in with Town Hall 8 troops still, so he had the spell space, he's got his spells upgraded, etc., but doing a great job, so keep it up, Rigo, and we'll fast forward through the cleanup. Alright. Next one, we have Carson, who is a new member, so welcome, Carson. Taking on 16. And I think this was a fresh hit 3. But regardless of that, Carson is going to come in with the Quad Quake Govajo. Like seeing this at Town Hall 8. It's just, the more tricky side of it, kind of displays the skill a little bit more, the understanding of the troops, in my opinion. So I think it's cool. Diggy doing it. I know there's a few other people using them in the clan. I'm talking about the lower levels, not the Town Hall 10 and 11s, but using those Valks, learning how they work. If you're using P.E.K.K.A., I'd recommend substituting it for 3 Valks. You might be surprised at the difference. But anyway, he enters in with his kill squad. The CC troops are drawn. 2 giant bombs are already triggered, so he knows he can go ahead and send in his hogs. And, important thing to note, where he dropped his hogs, he kept them relatively close to his kill squad, so everything was still focused in on them in the center. Had he put them in on this side of the base, more defenses could have been liable to be focused on the hogs. So putting them here on this side, keeping them in unison with the kill squad as they work through the base, is going to provide a huge benefit as far as tanking goes for the hogs at this point. So goes ahead and drops a heal. Everything's slowly working through. Has a nice big group of them, and there's not much left to contend with in this base. That Tesla is going to go down. That entire compartment went down. That cannon, just got finished off in that compartment. And this last wizard tower isn't going to, do much against them. Had a few mini bombs go off, but, having that last full heal get them where they needed to be, didn't have anything to worry about. So, good job, Carson. Keep it up, buddy. Okay. And that is going to do it for this one. Next one we're going to go to is COC Addicts. And in this one we did not have a Town Hall 11. I said this one was a little bit closer, but for some reason, just based on the bases and the hero levels and everything, it was just kind of standard, kind of boring. So based on the video length of this as well, that's why I decided to just do a few from this. And first and foremost, we're going to look at the MVP, JR, taking on their Town Hall 11 for the 2-star. And, this is not the highest level Town Hall 11. However, stepping up as a Town Hall 10 to take this out, frees up a Town Hall 11 attack, late in the war, like it was in this, or in the previous war, Nox had his Town Hall 11 attack still, just loaded up. And, it's a huge benefit later in the war if you can have a Town Hall 11 attack. Maybe there's a Town Hall 9 base that, Town Hall 9s are struggling with. All the Town Hall 10 attacks are used. End of the war, Town Hall 11 comes down, cleans it up, gets that last star, gets the total destruction, you win. So that's why it's important to be practicing these skills. So all you Town Hall 10s watching, if you watch any other channels, Jake from One Hive, Powerbang, etc., they all talk about the same thing. So nothing new as far as war strategy goes. But Quadquake goes down. He's going to drop his funnel up here at the northwest corner. Sorry, guys. Sends an archer down on the army camp on the left. A few wizards go down on the top right. Sends in a few Valks just to help with the trash cleanup. Not a bad idea, but he holds on to the main bulk of them. And as I said in the beginning of the video, great job to our Town Hall 10 and 11 guys using these Valks and being as patient as they are with them. Just provides a huge benefit having that tank out in front, taking out those, first ring of defenses, etc. So, sends in the rest of his Valks. He rages them up, pops his King ability, drops the freeze spell on that Inferno Tower and the Eagle Artillery. Tesla pops up, so huge value for that. Drops the rage spell, The rest of the core is just about to go down. And at this point, he's done his job. Um, had we had a Town Hall 11 in this war, that would have been, 2 extra attacks, let's say, if he didn't attack anything else, just for the end of the war. So, extremely huge benefit. But good job, JR. MVP. All right. And we're going to look at Tigger taking out number 3. Now, I've seen this as a Town Hall 11 base, but doesn't surprise me that you'll see it as a Town Hall 10 base as well. So, from what I've seen, it's pretty popular. So if you see this around, low-level defense, Town Hall 10, decent heroes, got the level 3 Infernos, all that jazz, so it's no joke. But if you see it, this is how you can get, he got a 90% on this. So we'll take a look at what he does. Draws the CC out. And he actually does miss, I believe there is a dragon in there still. So should have brought 2 hogs. Guys, you want to make sure you get that CC taken care of with those Valks. Again, it can mess you up. Sometimes you get lucky. Max troops, that type of thing, it might be different, but it is still important. So he goes ahead and drops a Valkyrie, takes out those archers, and he does have level 4 Valkyries, so he's got Town Hall 9 level. Sorry guys, the attack's going on up here. Golems went down, Wizards created the funnel, drops his first few Valkyries, they started working in, that wizard or that dragon just went down, and as you can see, everything's just raged up. Took out that first Inferno Tower, took out that second Inferno Tower here in just a second. Giant bomb goes off. That first compartment is gone, and as you can see, right, yep, he's only taken out that compartment, and that's 50%. If you're a Town Hall 9, coming in with an attack like MK did, you could even have a pretty good chance, if you got some practice attacking, Town Hall 10s, to get that 2-star pretty decently easy like Tigger did here. And he's coming in with those Town Hall 9 Valks as well, so, Kill Squad with those Valks end up beating through the core. At this point, just waiting for everything to kind of peter out. Not much else you can do. He's still got his Queen's ability, a couple of archers just for some extra percentage, but outside of that, good attack Tigger on a pretty popular Town Hall 10 and 11 base design. And we'll just get through the rest of this. Alright. And coming up last, for the last video, we have Carson again. So, Carson getting 2 attacks covered in first couple wars he's been with us, so good job. And coming in with a Quadquake Ovalo. So, as we've talked about in previous videos, when you see Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9 with that, open core, or, all the air defenses in there, all you need to do is send in those Valks, wait for everything to get taken out. But, as you'll see again, especially at the Town Hall 8 level, you need to kill the CC, because Town Hall 10 and up, most of the time you're going to see minions at this point. You might see a golem, that type of thing, just anti-Valk. But Town Hall 9, that would be a little bit different. But coming in at Town Hall 8, that 25 troop space in that Clan Castle CC, it's super repetitive right there, but that 25 troop space in there tells you that there's a high chance of having a dragon in there. And like we saw in one of the first videos, the balloons following those Valks around, 1 drop on those instantly killed them. So that's your biggest threat to your Clan Castle, or I mean your Valkyries. If they, well, yeah, that is the biggest threat to them. Even if they are under heal, it can still definitely mess with them, especially for setting off giant bombs at the same time. So don't be naive of the fact of that. Valks are very tanky, but they are not invincible. So creates his funnel, drops in his first few Valkyries, follows it up with the 3 max Valkyries coming out of the clan castle. And everything's just working through. Gonna drop that rage spell, accelerate everything, and then that dragon comes out like we talked about. Drops the heal spell. You know, he does end up losing. I think he only has 2 Valks left after this because of that dragon, giant bombs. That wizard's gonna take out one at the top, and he does get lucky with the rest of this attack with that dragon being up. So. When you're planning an attack on your base, guys, try and plan for the absolute worst case scenario when you're drawing the CC, if you're coming in with Valks. You know, say, you know, what if I drop this in, there's a spring trap in front of the wall, there's a spring trap after the wall, you know, there's so much point defense, you know, I might have to send in 5 hogs just to take the CC out. And if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. You know, sending in that 25 troop space is a lot better than losing 3 max Valkyries at 24 troop space. So, you know, you got to think about troop space, got to think about damage per second, hit points, everything you're getting out of it when you're building your army. Don't just, you know, make it a grab bag and, you know, make it a standard composition, per se. But anyway, guys, appreciate you sticking with me if you made it this far. As always, Cedar be with Rare Privilege Raids. Out until next time.